Hello guys, welcome back to Tech Projects. In this video, we are going to learn how to make an Android application on which when you press on button, it shows current date and time in correct format. Now, before starting the video, first I want to show you what we are going to make. You can see an app is already installed in my phone. Now, when I press on button, it shows me current date and time and it displays the current date and time in a perfect format. So it is very good app and you can implement this method into any Android application or any Android project, so it works fine. So now see how to make it. So let's start. So for this, simply open your Android Studio. Now simply click on Start a new Android Studio project. Select empty activity from here. Give any name to your project. I give current date and time. Now click on Finish. Now it takes some time to load, so be patient. Now it gets load successful. So come inside the activity main XML file. Here we design the button and text view. So click on Split. First change the constraint layout to relative layout. Now, after changing to relative layout, we don't need constraints, so simply delete it. I delete this. Now, as you know, in my Android application, the date and time are displayed on the center of the screen. So for this, we have to give margin top. Inside this text view, we don't need to remove this text view because it does not matter what right here. Because on pressing button, we want to change the text view with current date and time. So simply for giving margin, simply type Android : layout margin top and give any dimensions. You can give any dimension. I gave 300 SP. Now I also change the text size. So I simply type Android text size and set it to 30 SP. Now give the Android ID. By the giving of Android ID, we access this text view into the main activity file to set the current date and time. So simply give Android : ID and give any ID name. You can give any ID name according to your choice, but I always recommend you give the ID name which is related to your work. So I give the ID name get date and time. Now I remove this hello world and I set that Android text date and time displayed here. Now I click on design and you can see it look perfect. Now again click on split and now we need a button. So simply type button, set the Android width, match parent, set the layout height, wrap content. You can also change the layout with match parent. So I simply go on text view, delete this and set the layout with match parent. Now that's done. Now we want this button below our text view. So for this, simply type Android layout below and pass the ID name of the text view. Now give the ID name to this button to access it in main activity.java file. So I type Android ID, then ID and then ID name. You can give any ID name. I give it btn get date and time. Now set the Android text. Android text means the text which get displayed on button. So I simply type here get date and time. Now close this. After closing, click on design and you can see design look perfect, but we have to add more space between the text view and button. So again click on split and type here Android layout margin top and give any dimension. I give 30 SP because 30 SP is perfect. Now again click on split and you can see our design is ready. I can also change the background color to pure white. So for this, simply type Android background and pass the white color code, which is hashtag FFFFFF. That's it. Now our main design work is complete. Now we have to write the code in main activity.java file. So for this, simply click on main activity.java file. Now how we get the current date and time? So we have to make an object of calendar. By the help of calendar, we get the current date and time in Android application. So for this, below the app compact activity, type calendar, then calendar. Now it shows an error because it does not import the calendar class. So for removing the error, simply click on calendar and press Alt plus Enter and you can see the error is gone. Now, as you know, in our application, the date format is perfect. So how we can get the perfect date format? So for this, we have to convert our normal date into the perfect date format. So for this, first we declare an variable for this. So simply type simple date format and again variable name simple date format. Now take one string, give any name. I give it date because first we get the current date and time into a string, then we display the particular string to text view. So for storing the current date and time, we take the string. Now type text view and type any variable name. By the help of this variable name, we can use the main XML file IDs, which is text view and button. I simply type get date and time. Now it shows an error because it does not import the text view class. So for removing error, simply click on text view and now press Alt plus Enter and that's it. Now simply type button and the button name, or we can say variable name. So I simply type btn get date and time. Now first we have to assign the XML IDs into these variables. So for this, first I assign the text view. So simply I type get date and time, then equal find view IID r.id and XML ID name. Now same thing for button. After this, for using calendar, first we have to get the calendar instance. So as you know, what is the variable name of calendar? Calendar. So for this, simply type calendar equal then calendar dot get instance, and be remember this calendar C is capital, otherwise it show an error. We have to declare an date format object. By the help of this, we can set the date format which we want. So simply type variable name. What is the variable name? Simple date format. So I type simple date format, then equal, then new, then the class name simple date format, and inside this in double quotes parse the pattern. So I simply type dd dash month capital M, be remember, then dash, then 4 times y, then space, then 2 double h, then colon, then minutes, colon, then ss for second, and now close this by semicolon. Now, as you know, we already take a string which is date, and inside the date string we store the current date and time. So for this, simply type date equal simple date format dot format, and inside this pass the calendar instance. So I type date equal simple date format dot format calendar dot get time. It get the time from our Android phone. Now after this, when someone click on button, we want to display that date onto our phone or onto our text view. So for this, what you have to do, we have to set on click listener to our button. So simply type button name. Our button name is btn get date and time. So I simply type btn get date and time dot set on click listener. Inside bracket simply type new, then space, then capital O, and now press enter. It automatically write the code for us. After this, inside this we have to simply write one line which display the date by the help of text view. So for this, what we have to write? What is the text view name? Get date and time. So simply type get date and time dot set text and pass the string name. Our string name is date, so I simply pass the date. Now semicolon, and that's it. Our application is ready now. Now I use debugging mode for checking my app. If you have low system configuration, then I always recommend you always use debugging mode. If you want to know how to use debugging mode, then I give a link of video in I button how to use it. Now I press on run button, and you can see Gradle start building. Now Gradle build successful and install the application in my phone. Now application installed successfully, and here you can see when I press on button, it show me current date and time. And here you can verify this, the date and time is accurate. So hopefully guys you understand everything. If there is any query, comment down below. I hope you like the video. Please like the video and subscribe my channel for latest update. Thank you. See you soon in next video.